Welcome to the Aquaspresso Coffee Academy, and today we're going to be comparing the whole E range of coffee machines. So we're going to start with the E6, going to go to the E8, and finally the WE8. Alright, so we're going to start with the most basic, the cheapest one of the lot on the extreme left, the E6. So E6 is your entry level on the E range. And all of them have a screen, which is cool. The one thing which the E6 doesn't have, which is why you might not want to choose it compared to these big guys, it's not a one-touch cappuccino machine. Which means if you want to make a cappuccino or a latte on your E6, you have to put your cup over here. Let's actually grab a cup. This was a latte pre-made. Right. You have to make your coffee first, and once you've made your coffee, you have to then open this tap and make your froth. It's simple to do, right? But it's more hassle than these guys, and it's not easy for first-time users to figure out. If you're in office which have used it many times before, not a huge thing, not a big train smash, because you kind of get used to it and it only takes a few seconds more. But if you're in an environment when you have a lot of first-time users, it might not be a great option. Then we're going to move on to the E8, and the E8, one is all black, which is the most obvious difference. It doesn't have a black and silver halftone. And this is a fully one-touch machine, which means if you want a cappuccino, cup goes over here, one button, cappuccino made. Both, one thing that, as well as the W8 when we get there, but one thing which the whole E range has, which is a new thing to not only Jura coffee machines, but to automatic coffee machines as a whole, is a pulse action technology. And what a pulse action technology means is that when you press a button and you make any coffee, the pressure on the coffee essentially comes through pulses, which results in essentially the top extraction you can get. And we're going to show you one now. So we're going to do it on the E8, cup over there, and we're going to cycle through to espresso. And firstly, obviously, the grinding happens. And once the grinding's finished, you're going to hear a sound like bup, 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 which is essentially the pulse action from the pump. And that essentially results in the best type of espresso. Here we go. It almost looks like a dripping action. It goes do, 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 which is different to any automatic machine and replicates the extraction process to essentially as close as you can to a traditional coffee machine made by really a trained, experienced barista. Lastly, we have the W8, which is the flagship model in the E range. Now, why would you want to go for a W8 instead of an E8 and instead of an E6 potentially? So firstly, of course, it's a one-touch machine like the E8. So if you want a cappuccino, literally one button. Other big differences is this is made for bigger volume, right? So where you have bean hoppers of about 260, 270 grams on these machines, you have a bean hopper over here of 500 grams, so less filling coffee. Awesome. Other feature which is made for volume is your water tank size. Water tank here 1.9 liters, 1.9 liters. The big guy 3 liter water tank. Last thing which is quite a big difference is obviously styling. So here we have black silver tones, here we have all black, and here we have the mirror flagship finish of the W8. So looks wise, of course, awesome. There are a few extra sneaky features in here which the other ones don't have, like lock features and that type of stuff, which you can see more in the deep dive on the W8. But as a whole, that's the main differences between all the E models. Hope that helps. Hope you choose the right machine.